welcome back to Panero's, my people. Oh, everybody's been good. There's a little something I wanted to discuss, which I was discussing with one of my friends the other day. And please don't think that I'm trying to invite any type of violence or, you know what I mean, want people to be fighting each other and stuff like that. It's got nothing to do with that. But I just want you to hear me out. Because you might have a friend that's like this, or you might be getting like this. You know what I'm trying to say? You might be getting like this. I just don't think it's a good thing for you to do. You know what I mean? Now, how we're gonna start this? So like, I'm gonna freestyle this video. So basically, it's like a lot of people, yeah, are looking for peace out here. And I understand it's a crazy world. You know, people want peace. They're looking for peace. They're trying to find a way to get away from all the negativity. Which I'm always telling you people that it's never gonna happen because you live in it. Like, you live in the beast system. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? There's something that you cannot escape. You cannot escape the negativity. This world is full of it, but we'll get back to that, right? So saying that now, obviously you got people that wanna live a better life, and you know, and that's understandable. Like, you know, they might do something like get married, have kids and settle down. But at one point in their life was a bit, you know, a bit hectic. They came from like, you know, a rough environment, or they had to do rough things to people and whatnot to survive out here. Now, you might have a friend out there, you know, that, you know, he might have been a certain type of way, then obviously he got married and then he got soft. And, you know, people started violating, or, you know, situations happened, he didn't really deal with them the same way. Now, I'm a man that, you know, I have been told, you know, at the age that I am, you know, RP, you don't have to deal with things like that. Or when someone, like, you know, steps on my toes, I'm not talking about in the club, yeah, but, you know, when someone steps on my toes, I get told, oh, you can't do this, or don't be doing that, and I'm like, yo, like, well, I'm not here, yeah, to be taken advantage of. Like, I'm not here for that. I've never been like that, you know what I'm saying? And I come from a circle where we're not really into taking losses, you understand what I'm saying? And if a situation used to happen, it was like 24 hours or 48 hours reaction, do you understand what I'm saying? So, and that wasn't a lot of the time, because man them knew their place and whatnot. But it's like, my whole point of this conversation is this. It's like, I don't personally advise it, yeah, for, you know, a man to get soft because he's settled down. You know what I mean? I don't advise it for a man to get soft because, you know, he's had some kids, you know. Or what I do advise is that all the experience that you have had out here, even if you're in a situation where you're settling down, please remember where you came from. Remember your experience. There's no age on war, right? When it comes down to it, there's no age on war. Do you understand me? And I'm not saying that war is a good thing. I'm not saying that regulating people is a good thing, but I'll be damned, yeah? I'll be damned, yeah, if I let anyone, yeah, violate and just think they're gonna walk away from it. Now, I know I done a video the other day about, you know, liking people and showing respect to one another, from all walks of life, no matter where they come from. But what you have to understand as well is that there's another bunch of creatures, people that are here, and they work for the dark side. You understand what I'm saying? And they're not really hard to spot, people. They're not really hard to spot. They do weird stuff, you know what I'm saying? They carry a weird type of vibe with them. They're just weird. Do you understand me? So I say that to say like, dog, you're in a beast system again, yeah? Like I said before, there's a dark side and there's a good side, yeah? So you getting soft just because of a situation, yeah, it's borderline crazy to me. Do you understand me? Hold on 1 second, people. What you saying, my brother? What you saying? I'll come back, I'll circle back. All right, bro. Yeah, so people say to me, oh, P, oh, why'd you have to do that? And why did, you know what I mean? But the reason why they say it to me, yeah, is because I'm nearly 7 foot. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for those that don't know, I'm 6'8", 6.8, yeah? I'm really 6'7.8", but round it off to the nearest 10, I'm like 6.8. You understand what I'm saying? So when I get into situations with people, sometimes people be like, oh, P, you're out. You didn't even ask me what happened. You're just seeing what happened at the end of it. You know what I'm saying? So I used to hate that, man. I had to throw that in there. I used to hate that so much. Look, I never asked to be this tall. So what, just because I'm tall, when I violate certain people, that I must be the baddest guy on the planet. You ain't even asked what happened. Do you understand? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, it's just a discussion I wanted to have with you guys. Like, when do you get soft? Is it a good idea to even get soft? Like, living in the beast system. I got brethren here that was in the streets, they done their thing, they got degrees, or they didn't get a degree, or they went off and got a new job and whatnot, and now they're soft as hell, man. It's like I'm talking to somebody else. I'm not saying that you got to walk around with a certain, well, I do, but it's not by force. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm in a fight with the Draconians, man. Like, real talk. And you lot can, you know what I mean, think whatever. I'm really in a fight with this dark spirit. Like, I'm really against them. I'm really their up. I'm really their up. And when I say I'm really their up, it's because I've opened up so many people's minds. Like, I have really done that. It's not like I'm just saying it. I've got the messages to prove it. I've unlocked a lot of minds, so I know I'm their enemy. You understand what I'm saying? And when you're their enemy, they're gonna throw people at you. They're gonna get girls to come around you and act weird. They're gonna get, when you're out in the clubs and stuff, they're gonna get people to come over to you and do certain, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it happens, you know what I mean? But these are possibilities that can happen. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna get feds to run down on me. Though I have to keep a certain level of aggression, man. Like, for all those, my brethrens and them, man, like, when they know that when I go off at certain things, when I do certain things and that, like, just know that I'm not taking no L's out here. And listen to what I'm saying. And this is not about who's the baddest man on the planet. This is about standing up as a man and knowing that you got to look after your family. How are you going to go and get soft now that you got 3 kids in your house? We have to make this make sense. I'm not saying you got to walk around macho man, Randy Savage. Yeah? I'm not saying you got to walk around macho man, Randy Savage. What I'm saying is, you keep the knowledge of what you had before, how to handle yourself, man. Any moment in time, things can go really left out here. And we could be in a situation just like that, where we've got to fend, protect, and maybe even K for our families. Because these are the times we're living in. When that 9/11 situation happened, there was no warning for that. There's no warning for war. Right, so all the man them, yeah, that are in your nice little situations now, big up to yourself, yeah? But for all you man them in your little situations now and everything's going smooth for you and going right for you, yeah, I respect it, like, but just don't forget. Just don't forget, that's what I'm saying, like, just don't forget, man. Don't forget what you're from. It's just like, for example, you go to learn kickboxing or you go to learn boxing. So what, when you get to 40, 50 year old now, you don't know how to kickbox no more. You don't know how to box no more. No, it's something that should be there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Bro, if you choose at this age to go to the police, you know what I mean? If you get into a passive situation and you feel that you need to go to the police, I'm not even gonna like disrespect you for that or this, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if you can't handle a situation, that's what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I've had people call police on me before because they got into a situation that they didn't think, they weren't really thinking, realized that they couldn't even deal with the situation. Because they couldn't find no one to help them, they went to the police. That's just how it is. But I'm just telling the people them, whether you go to the police or not, like, I'm not judging no one for what they do. I don't go to the police, but I'm not judging no one. But you still have to keep and remain, like, you have to remain how you was, you know what I mean, to a point of where, like, be ready to throw it down at any time, yeah, or be ready to activate, because you're all gonna need to be activated at some point. You're all gonna be activated at some point. I'm telling you, like, this is the beast system. I gotta keep telling you, this ain't once upon a time, oh yeah, and a lovely ending. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that was someone that owed me money, man. But yeah, so like, I'm just trying to tell people, like, man, them don't judge me when I do certain things, man. It's not like, it's just that I've got my way of doing things, and you know, you got your way of doing things. I refuse to walk around this earth like a scary dude. Like, I'm not doing it, you know what I mean? Even, and as long as these hands and these feet move, yeah, this is what it is, right? You know what I mean? So all the bridges, some of the bridges that I grew up with from the other crew, not from my initial crew, the other crew, you know who you are, and you know, you man know what I'm talking about, man. Because you man seem to think that Panero's gone mad. Like, not gone mad, but when shit pops off, and I just do my, and I just, you know what I mean? It's like, man, them be thinking like, and it's like, don't think this because I'm a knowledge man. Oh, yeah, I don't even know when the camera moved, but I was gonna say that, don't think this because man's a knowledge man, or, you know, I mean, you're going to Christ, or you're reading the Quran, and all those type of things, or just getting some knowledge in general. Don't think that means that, you know what I mean, you can, that entitles man to turn the other cheek and thing, you know what I mean? Like, slap the other cheek. It does not entitle you to do that. Like, don't ever get it confused. I haven't forgotten my training. I haven't forgotten what I'm capable of, and I will protect my brothers, my mother, my daughter, my son. I will put it down, and some of my close brethren, I will put it down if I have to. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's not. I'm just saying, like, to all the knowledge people out there, man, it's all knowledge. You gotta keep a sort of like a, you know what I mean? You gotta keep a balance out here, man. Like, for real. Like, for real. It's not no joke, man. You gotta keep a real balance out here, because the demons are out here to play with you. But obviously you gotta be smart with it though, and be technical and know what you're doing. Alright, so I'm just gonna go and check on my homie right now, who's building his, let me show you this, hold on. My homie building his calf right here. Regal's Kitchen, I'll give you the details for it. Yeah, it's the homie right there, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you the details for it when it's done, but as you can see, he's doing the front of it. Right, work is going on. So yeah, constructions and thing, you know? But yeah, people, I'm gonna go check on my homie right now, see when this thing's opening, and then I'll get back to you lot soon in the next video, alright? Don't forget, I'm not trying to condone any type of violence, people, yeah? But this is not the time to be getting soft and letting people violate you, to protect your families. And remember the skills and the training that you went through before. And I'm not trying to say, you know, that you got to start going on crazy, but don't let that lay dormant too long. Just know that it's dormant. That's what I'm saying. Know that it's dormant, yeah? And you can bust out if you have to. Start acting like you're trying to look for this peace and positivity and all that. When you're living in the beast system, it's not possible to find 100% peace and positivity in this system. And I hope this music on the radio that my boy is playing ain't gonna come out on here, give me a copyright. But anyway, peace.